This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hi, and welcome to Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and skill featuring some of the best and brightest students here at United ISD. And today we have students representing Arndt Elementary and Prada Elementary. And we'll get to meet our students in a moment. But first, let me take time to introduce our guest host today, Mr. Carlos Salinas, General Manager at KGNS Television here in Laredo. Mr. Salinas, thank you for joining us and welcome to the show.
No, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure. I'm excited to be here.
Very good. If you could just kind of explain to our students and the audience just a little bit about what a general manager at a TV station does.
Well, I'm fortunate to have a great team at KGNS, CW, and Telemundo. And as we were just discussing, we're actually building our team. So right now we're growing. We're going to be launching ABC in July. So our station is going to get a little bit bigger, and we're just working every day to help our community build and grow, primarily through our news departments.
Very good, Carlos. And let's turn our attention now to our students representing Arndt Elementary. We have Miguel and Robert. And Miguel, if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself.
I really like playing basketball and I really like playing video games.
Video games, very good. And Robert, what about you? What can you tell us about yourself, please?
I really like playing soccer and I like dancing hip-hop.
Okay, excellent. And of course, representing Prada Elementary, we have Mark and we have Francisco. And Mark, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
I
please?
read and play video games.
And what kind of books do you like to read, Mark?
I Survived series.
Okay, very good. And Francisco, what about you? What can you tell us?
I like to play video games. I study at home for my test. Play sports. All that.
All right, very good. We have a talented group of students here with us today. Now, before we start play, let me just go over the rules very quickly. Each team is going to take turns spinning that wheel that you see behind you, or a wheel of knowledge, as it were. It has questions in language arts, math, social studies, and science. The red category is a wild turn category. That's a special category. Those questions are designed to be a little bit more difficult, and those questions are worth 10 points if you can answer them correctly. The other questions are worth 5 points. And of course, you're going to have a 1 minute time limit to answer. And once your time is up, you're going to hear that chime. And let's see, the wild turn questions, just to turn our attention back to those, can be from any subject area. And of course, each team takes turns spinning the wheel. And then we'll ask you for an answer when your time is up. If you can't answer the question, the other team has a chance to gets a chance to answer the question and possibly earn the points. So we held a coin toss a little earlier today. So Prada Elementary, you're going to be going first. So Francisco or Mark, will one of you give us a good spin, please? Just make sure it goes all the way around at least once. And this time we have a social studies question.
Social studies question.
And I'll hand you guys a copy of the question.
Okay, question. In which large colonial city was the Constitutional Convention held? A, New York, B, Savannah, C, Philadelphia, or D, Boston?
And this is a social studies question for our students from Prada Elementary. And just if you just repeat it one more time, please,
okay.
Mr. Salinas.
In which large colonial city was the Constitutional Convention held? A, New York, B, Savannah, C, Philadelphia, or D, Boston?
Remember, you have a full minute to answer, so you can take your time and just discuss it and think and give us your best guess. Now, of course, if our students from Prada miss the question, our students from Arndt Elementary get a chance to answer the question and possibly earn the points. So you can discuss the question again. In which large colonial city was the Constitutional Convention held?
Philadelphia?
Philadelphia is correct.
Yes.
All right. Good job, Mark and Francisco. So you get on the board first. And Arndt Elementary, it's your turn. So Robert or Miguel, will one of you give us a good spin, please? And we have another social studies question.
Oops, I got two of them.
Okay. And this one will be for our students from Arndt Elementary.
Okay, question. Of the 13 English colonies, which ones were the most supported by agricultural and slave labor? Is it A, New England colonies, B, Middle colonies, C, Atlantic coast colonies, or D, the Southern colonies?
And again, this is a social studies question for our students from Arndt Elementary. And of course, they have a minute to answer as well, and they can earn 5 points if they answer correctly. And you can go ahead and repeat the question, Mr. Salinas.
Okay, of the 13 English colonies, which ones were the most supported by agricultural and slave labor? Was it New England colonies, the Middle colonies, Atlantic coast colonies, or D, the Southern colonies?
D.
D. D is correct.
D
Southern
is correct.
colonies.
The Southern colonies. Very good, Arndt Elementary. You earned 5 points. And Prada, it's your turn once again. So Francisco or Mark, give us a good spin, please. And Francisco's turn winds up in the wild turn category.
Okay.
And our students could earn 10 points if they answer correctly.
These are the people presented in the play that are involved in the plot. Is it A, stage managers, B, narrators, C, cast and characters, or D, the victims?
And again, this wild turn question comes from the language arts subject area.
Okay. The question is, again, these are the people presented in the play that are involved in the plot. Is it A, stage managers, B, narrators, C, cast and characters, or D, the victims?
C. Characters.
That is correct. C.
Oh, very good, Prada. You earned 10 points. And Arndt Elementary, it's your turn at the wheel again. So Miguel or Robert, give us a good spin, please. And we're going to just ask you to spin it one more time. We wanted it to go around at least once, so just go ahead and give us a good spin, a good hard spin. There we go. And this time we have another social studies question for our student from Arndt Elementary.
Okay, the question is, this type of map shows a big area of Earth, such as a state or a country. Is it A, a large-scale map, B, a small-scale map, C, outline maps, or D, wall maps?
And this is a social studies question for our Arndt students.
Again, the question is, this type of map shows a big area of Earth, such as a state or a country. Is it A, large-scale map, B, small-scale map, C, outline maps, or D, wall maps?
And you can go ahead and discuss the possible answers among yourselves. Still have a little less than a minute remaining. And
B.
B is correct. Small-scale map.
very good. And Prada Elementary, it's your turn again. So Mark or Francisco, give us a good spin, please. And another
Y'all like social studies.
another social studies question.
Okay, the question is, these scientists study the artifacts of people who lived long ago and draw conclusions from them. Is it A, archaeologists, B, anthropologists, C, engineer, or D, researcher?
A, archaeologist.
That's correct.
All right. Very good, guys. And Arndt, it's your turn, so go ahead and spin that wheel, please. And the wheel will come to rest in the language arts category.
Okay. Here we go. Question is, who wrote the novel Little Women? Is it A, Vivian Alcock? Is it B, Louisa May Alcott? C, Joan Abelov? And D, Laura Adams Armour?
And again, this is a language arts question for our students from Arndt Elementary. And just to repeat, who wrote the novel Little Women? And if you could read us the choices, Mr. Salinas.
Is it A, Vivian Alcock, D or B, Louisa May Alcott, C, Joan Abelov, or D, Laura Adams Armour?
B.
B is correct.
All right.
Louise and May, I'll cut.
Very good, guys. And Prada Elementary, it's your turn once again, so go ahead and give us a good spin, please. And this one's going to come to rest in the science category. First science question of the day.
There you go. Question is, how does the energy in sound spread out from where the sound is made? Is it A, in straight lines, B, in echoes, C, atoms, or D, in waves?
D in waves.
D in waves is correct.
All right, excellent. And Arndt Elementary, it's your turn again, so Miguel or Robert, give us a good spin, please. This time we have a math question for our students from Arndt Elementary.
There you go. Question is, which of the following statement does not describe a pentagonal prism? Is it A, the number of edges is 2 times 5, B, is the bases are pentagons, C, the number of vertices is 2 times 5, or D, it has 2 congruent bases?
And just to repeat, this is a math question for our students from Arndt Elementary. They can earn 5 points by answering correctly. And just to repeat the question, which of the following statements does not describe a pentagonal prism?
A is correct. The number of edges is 2 times 5.
That is not correct. That means the rest of them are true. And it's time now for a quick break, so we'll be right back right after these messages.
If you've ever dreamed of owning a new car, now's your chance. The Sames Kia in the Classroom program is open to all United ISD high school students. You could catch a new Kia by just having perfect attendance during any 9-week period this school year. Your name will then be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new 2014 Kia Soul. Don't let this be the year that the big one got away.
Don't join a gang. Criminal activity can land you in jail.
If you're in a gang and want to get out, if you've been threatened for not joining a gang, the United ISD anti-gang facilitators can help. They can help you get out of a gang.
The anti-gang facilitators are available at all UISD secondary schools. They can help you turn your life around.
Welcome to the Imaginarium.
Wow, this is awesome. I want to be an engineer. I want to be a veterinarian.
Those are both great career goals. And in order to reach your goals, it's important to study hard and focus on science, technology, engineering, and math courses. Did you know that the top 20 paying jobs in the U.S. require a strong background in STEM education?
STEM equals success.
All United ISD high school students have the chance to score really big this school year as part of the Sames Kia in the Classroom program. Just have perfect attendance during any 9-week period, and your name will be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a 2014 Kia Soul. Play like a champ, refuse to lose, go to school, get a good education, and maybe even a new car. It's a win-win.
Hi and welcome back. You're watching Knowledge for College. Our schools today are Arndt Elementary and Prada Elementary, and my guest host today is Mr. Carlos Salinas, General Manager at KGNS Television. And Mr. Salinas, what do you think of our show so far?
I think it's great. I think everyone's doing really well.
Very good. And I think you have a question for our students before we resume play. Is that correct?
Yes, with so much time that's spent at school, and I was just curious, what are your favorite subjects? Math's your favorite subject? Oh, that's great.
Social studies.
Social studies? We're doing really good with social studies today.
Science.
Science? Oh, my oldest son loves science as well.
Math.
And math. My second, my middle child loves math. So, great. That's great.
All right, very good. Let's go ahead and resume play now. Prada Elementary, you're next at the wheel, so give us a good spin on that wheel, please. And this time we land in the Language Arts category. This is for our Prada Elementary students.
Okay, the question is, a word that describes a verb is a, or an, A, adverb, B, adjective, C, noun, or D, verb? Again, the question is, a word that describes a verb is A, adverb, B, adjective, C, noun, or D, verb?
A, adverb.
It's correct.
Very good,
It's an
guys.
adverb.
And you earned 5 points by answering correctly. And Arndt Elementary, it's your turn. So, Robert, give us a good spin on that wheel, please. There we go. And this time the wheel will come to rest in
On
social
studies
again.
There you go.
All right.
Question is,
So, guys.
a blank is a young person who learns a skill from a more experienced person. Is the answer A, artisan, B, apprentice, C, artist, or D, ruler? Again, the question is, a blank is a young person who learns a skill from a more experienced person.
B.
B, apprentice is correct.
All right, very good, guys. And you earned 5 points by answering correctly. And Prada Elementary, it's your turn. So, Mark or Francisco, give us a good spin.
Our favorite topic.
Another social studies question.
There you go.
All right.
Question is, Moctezuma and Hernando Cortez are considered blank. A, emperors. Is it B, allies, C, conquistadores, or D, Aztecs?
C.
C, conquistadores is correct.
Very good, guys. And you earn another 5 points. And Arndt Elementary, it's your turn. So, Miguel, give us a good spin on that wheel, please. And the wheel will come to rest in the science category, science subject area.
There we go. Question is, Rosa hit a baseball with a baseball bat. The baseball bat made a loud crack and the baseball flew across the field. What made the baseball move? Is it A, it was pulled by gravity, B, it was pushed by sound waves, C, it was pushed by the bat, or D, it was pulled by a magnetic force?
C.
C, pushed by the bat.
Very good, very good. So Arndt Elementary earns another 5 points, and Prada, it's your turn. So Mark, give us a good spin on that wheel. And after the spin, the wheel comes to rest in the wild turn category. So our students will have a chance to earn 10 points if they can answer correctly.
Okay, the question is, the art and technique of bringing the elements of theater together to make a play is called A, dramatic play, is it B, directing, is it C, diction, or D, design?
Yeah, this is a wild turn question for our students from the language arts subject area.
A.
I'm
A is
sorry.
incorrect.
Arndt Elementary, what's your answer?
B.
Arndt Elementary says B, and they get it right, and they also get the 10 points. And of course, Arndt Elementary, it's also your turn now at the wheel, so go ahead and give us a good spin, please.
Sorry about that.
No problem. And this time we land on the science category. So,
Question, for a science experiment, a teacher heated water to a temperature of 100 Celsius. At 100 Celsius, water will begin to A, boil, B, freeze, C, melt, or D, precipitate.
A.
A, boil is correct.
all right. Good job, Arndt Elementary. And Prada Elementary, it's your turn again. So Mark or Francisco, give us a good spin, please. And we have a math question for our students from Prada.
There we go. Question is, how many edges does a hexagonal prism have? Is it A, 12 edges, B, 18 edges, C, 8 edges, or D, 10 edges?
And of course, the question includes a little diagram for the students to follow.
How many edges does a hexagonal prism have? Is it 12?
B, 18.
B, 18 is correct.
All right, guys, good job. And Prada Elementary, Arndt Elementary, it's your turn again. So Miguel or Robert, give us a good spin, please. And this time we land in social studies once again.
Okay, question. During the years between 1765 and 1776, what was the colonists' main complaint about the taxes Great Britain was charging the colonists? Was it A, unfair religious persecution, Was it B, taxation, no protection? Was it C, down with the king? Or was it D, taxation without representation?
This is a social studies question for our students from Arndt Elementary. They can earn 5 points by answering correctly.
B.
What was that again?
B.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Prada Elementary, you have a
C,
chance.
down with the king.
No, I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer that we were looking for was taxation without representation. So no points on this round, but Prada Elementary, it's your turn at the wheel once again. So Mark, give us a good spin, please. And the wheel comes to rest in science. So 5-point question for our students from Prada Elementary.
Okay, question. Leo and Albert are conducting an experiment to learn how sunlight affects earthworms. They place 3 earthworms in the sunlight and 3 in the dark. What should they do next? A, they should observe the earthworms after 1 week. B, they should observe the earthworms and record their observations daily. C, they should observe the earthworms and remember what happened. Or D, they should change their experiment if the earthworms are not behaving like they expected.
B.
B is correct.
That
they
is
should
correct.
observe the earthworms and record their behavior.
So good job, Prada. And Arndt, it's your turn again. So Robert, give us a good spin, please. And the wheel will come to rest in the language arts category. So we have a language arts question.
Here you go. Question. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits named Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and who? Is it A, Sleepy, B, Winky, C, John, or D, Peter? Question. Once upon a time, there were 4 little rabbits named Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Sleepy, B, Winky, C, John, or D, Peter?
So who was that 4th rabbit?
B.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Prada, you have a chance here.
A.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The answer we were looking for was D, Peter. So, yeah, that's the question we were given. So, no points on this round, but Prada Elementary, it's your turn at the wheel again. So, go ahead and give us a good spin. And we have a science question for our students from Prada.
There you go. Question. Which action involves work being done? Is it A, a child pulling a wagon across the playground? B, a child pulling a wagon but the wagon does not move? C, a child sitting in a wagon? Or D, a child pushing a wagon but the wagon does not move?
A.
A is correct. A child pulling a wagon across the playground.
Very good, guys. And Arndt Elementary, it's your turn again, so give us a good spin on that wheel. And language arts is our category. Okay.
Okay, the question. What did Georgie Porgy do to make the girls cry? Was it A, ran away? Was it B, pulled their ponytails? C, kissed them? Or D, took their?
And this is a language arts question.
Question is, what did Georgie Porgy do to make the girls cry? Did he run away? Did he pull their ponytails? Did he kiss them? Or did he take their?
And this is a question in the language arts subject area for students from Arndt Elementary. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Prada, do you have an answer
C?
for us?
C is correct. He kissed them.
So, Prada Elementary, you earn the points, and you also get a turn at the wheel. So, it's Mark, give us a good spin, please. And we wind up in social studies.
I think one more, we run out of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Question. In the 1600s, England had settled large portions of the Americas along the East Coast. Which other 2 countries had large settlements in America? Is it A, Portugal and Spain? Is it B, Russia and France? C, Spain and France? Or D, Dutch and France?
D.
Dutch and Spain, I'm sorry.
D.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Arndt Elementary, do you have an answer for us?
C.
C is correct. Spain and France.
All right, very good, Arndt. And you earned the points. And it's also your turn at the wheel, so give us a good spin, please. And after a vigorous spin, we wind up in social studies once again.
There you go. Okay, the question is, although many English colonists came to America in hopes of gaining wealth, what was the other most prominent reason that people came to America in the 1600s? Was it A, religious freedom? Was it B, free land? C, escape from prison? Or D, adventure?
A.
A, religious freedom is correct.
All right, it's time now for a break, so let's go ahead and take it, and we'll be right back.
Get on the right track this school year. All United ISD high school students are eligible to win a new car as part of the same Kia in the classroom program. In order to win, you'll have to go the distance by having perfect attendance during any 9-week period. Your name will then be entered into the UISD Grand Prize drawing to win a new 2014 Kia Soul. So go the extra mile, attend class, and have the chance to win a Kia.
Like adults, young people need to exercise too. At least 1 hour of physical activity every day. Regular exercise helps you.
Build healthy bones, muscles, and joints.
Feel less stressed.
Feel better about ourselves.
Keep a healthy weight.
Sleep better at night. Feel more ready to learn in school.
And don't forget to make healthy food choices as well.
Exercise and healthy eating equals success.
Welcome back. You've been watching Knowledge for College. We'd like to thank our students from Prada Elementary and Arndt Elementary for being such good sports and joining us here today. And of course, I'd like to thank my guest host today, Mr. Carlos Salinas, General Manager at KGNS. And just any final thoughts, Mr. Salinas?
Just thank you for having me. I had a great time, and we had 2 great schools here today.
Very good. Of course, I'd like to take time to thank some of our sponsors who provide the prizes for our students. Chick-fil-A at Mall del Norte, Chick-fil-A at Bob Bullock Loop, Montana Mike, Sonic, America's Drive-In, Cece's Pizza, Chuck E. Cheese's, Subways, and Great American Cookies. And thank you for joining us, and let's say goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.